So a few years ago, almost 5 years ago, a friend told me that I was arrogant. She thought that people had said I was a little too arrogant, and I didn't want anyone to think that I was arrogant. I didn't think that I was, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't. So I prayed to God to make me humble and to keep me humble. And now I did follow that up with a statement that only humans would make. I was like, could you not do it in the way you do everything else? Because I know when people pray for like patience, for example, really test them at that point. And it really gives them scenarios that make them patient. And I was kind of worried, how will he make me humble? And how will he keep me that way? And the next day, both my retinas detached. And I got to tell you, it's very humbling when you're at a rest stop and you really have to go to the bathroom, and your assistant is female, so she can't walk you into the bathroom, and you have to ask a random stranger to help you. And that happened, like I said, 5 years ago. They detached. I've had surgeries. My surgeries caused me to get cataracts, and that made me go 100% blind. Last January, I was told that it would cost me about $30,000 to have surgeries to fix my eyes so I could see. So I prayed that God would give me $30,000. And then at some point I said, you know what? When I could see, that was a reason for me to sin. I don't wish to be able to see perfectly and be burning in hell. So, God, if I'm not going to burn in hell because of my vision, then I'd like to have the $30,000. But if I'm going to see perfectly, a 20/20 vision, but burn in hell, I don't want it. So if I don't get the money, I'll know it's you saying I'm protecting you. And if I do get the money, then I know at least I'm not going to burn in hell because of my vision. And about 2 weeks after I said that prayer, I had a check for $30,000 donated to me for my vision. So my vision right now is actually pretty good for me being, I'm still visually impaired, but I can see a lot better. And, it was nice of God to let me know that I'm not going to burn in hell for, at least for my vision. Now I guess I got to just make sure I don't burn in hell for other reasons. So I got to stay in a state of grace. Of the gifts, the things that, my abilities that I can do, one of them is I can tour somebody's home and tell them if they have things in their house they're not supposed to. I toured a place in Billings, Montana. I was there like 3 weeks ago, and I found something that just emanated evil. And I can't see well enough to see what it is. It feels like a cheap piece of tin. And I handed it back to him and I said, this is extremely evil. What is it? And he said, it's a Nazi logo. It goes on a Nazi officer's uniform. And I was like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world, because Nazism was extremely evil. And then in the same house, there was a stone there. I don't remember the name of the mountain that it's from, but it was like Mayan temple related, I believe. So, human sacrifice and that kind of thing associated with the stone.